What's going on, everybody? This is that Brown Bat here for an update to Brown Bat Mod 1.0b, 1.a. I'm not an expert at numbering stuff. Anyway, it's not final, so I don't know what you call it. Anyway, it's still in beta testing, and I just wanted to go over some important changes. So if any of you out there have gotten accustomed to everything that I had implemented, just keep this in mind. A lot of this stuff is going to be changed. So when the next one comes out, just be aware. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, go watch the other videos in the playlist. Actually more than one person has asked me, what's this mod all about? I refuse to answer that because the playlist is there. The playlist is there. Watch it and follow me. That's what it is. I'm not going to answer the same question 1,000 times when I've documented it in a video. What is the mod all about? It's about upgrades and changes and stuff that floats around in my mind to make things easier to build. What you're seeing here, of course, is the Venator class ship, the Imperial class Star Destroyer, and of course the First Order Star Destroyer. Now, just forget about the First Order Star Destroyer. That is nowhere in Disney Infinity as far as I know. Maybe they did use one. Anyway, if I did find it, it wasn't worth putting together. Anyway, I just want to go over the top two here, Venator and the Imperial class Star Destroyer. So I did find, and you'll find this in the beta version, the 1.0 beta, for Brown Bat Mod, and it was the combo armored orb, or the armored combo orb. It's a Star Destroyer, and of course there's already a Star Destroyer in the toy box, which is significantly smaller. Anyway, it's quite big, and I thought it was necessary to have that go up against the Liberty and the other Moncal cruiser. Home one in the Liberty. And the medical frigate. So I thought, all right, we'll have a bigger one. And all of them will hook to a path creator if you're into that. So between then and now, I found the model for the Venator. And once I put this in here, I said, what is actually supposed to be the size comparison? And here it is. The Venator is probably 25% smaller than the Imperial class Star Destroyer. So here's what we got in Disney Infinity. So I have it rigged up to Thunderhead. If I can find him. Where is he? Oh, right here. Oh, he's called No, he's not. Is that right? You've seen it. You've seen it. You've seen it. Let's put Thunderhead down. This is the Venator. And I'm inside it. Let me get out. Okay. First of all, there's no collision on it. Second of all, it's to scale with the characters. Nothing else is. It's like that giant Death Star that takes up the entire toy box. Not including it. And that's why. It's the biggest ship in the entire toy box. No, not including it. With that being said, I'm having second thoughts about including any of the ships. I've already gone through the Metroville characters, all the basic ones, going from the business guy and the regular guy, and I changed them back to normal. All the Coruscant buildings, not the Coruscant building toy box, not the toy box set, which is currently right now it's still under these guys. So that's still there. And the reason why is, if you remember, And if you haven't seen it, go back and watch these. Specifically, if you're going to download it, watch the video that the links are in. I'm like, why? I don't get it. That's if people wonder why I don't answer questions, because the answers are in the videos. Anyway, so I'm keeping these, at least for right now, unless I find some other issue. But in the video that I did, and I was going through the walkthrough in Toy Box Takeover, and you couldn't complete the mission at all. You couldn't even walk through the thing. You had a big ship or a building, I forget what it was. It was right in the middle. I think it was somewheres near where the Merlin's tower was. And it was just a whole cluster mess. We already have an issue with going to the Hall of Heroes. And the issue is, you know, the Toy Box, the townspeople. Well, some of them are actually the blockhead characters that I changed into the Coruscant Toy Box set, particularly the interior of the Jedi Temple. Only way to fix this is to find townspeople that aren't used anywhere else. And it's probably not going to happen. All right, so we go right here. I'm lost. All right, so we're inside a building. See, you can see right there. You got the Jedi. Yeah, it's the interior. Now I can change who this is. If this is the only one, then that won't be a big deal. At least for this. I thought it was pretty funny though. But yeah, that kind of wrecks the Hall of Heroes. That's not the issue. That's probably still going to remain busted. This is what I don't want ruined. All right, so one of the other things is I removed the ability to pick up the sidekicks, and that's probably not something that people enjoy. Now, again, some of the sidekicks aren't even sidekicks anymore. However, there's always the way to turn it. You can swap your original assets folder out, but I don't want to keep going back and forth constantly to put the backup back in. So as funny as that is, it's only funny one time. So if you replay this, you're going to be looking for Merlin. Where's Merlin? He's inside the blockade runner. All right, so now if I go to the city, where is the city? Right through here. This is the city. So if I go and start this, yeah, I said I wasn't going to be using Dracula again, but I am. I just haven't changed it back. All right, so once you beat all these guys, you need to talk to it's a mad scientist, I believe. Well, look at it. He's one of the buildings for Coruscant. So what I did is I just got rid of all the buildings for Coruscant. I'm like, all right, you know what? I can do without all these buildings because guess what? I will never use them. The coolest ones don't have collision. This has collision, but it's not one of the coolest ones. So I'm like, you know what? If I were to use them, I'd use them like in the background. I'm like, why? I'll just use the downtown Coruscant pieces. So that is an issue, and there's some issues in the Toy Box Hub. Here. Right here. All right, so there's one. That's not a big deal, right? But again, these ships didn't have any collision, and they were just good for visuals, but still. There we go, see? And it's becoming sort of a ridiculous thing. So I reverted all the characters back to people, the little guys. Unless they're NPC characters. Now, pay attention to what I'm saying, because I'm not going to answer questions I'm not going to answer things that I've already state. I am not changing the NPC characters, the fighting ones, that if they're replaced into their counterpart figure, that's the same. They're going to stay the same. So Jack Sparrow is Jack Sparrow. But like the Metroville people that are ships, they're going to be Metroville people again, because this is ridiculous. Okay, you get it? All right, so that's what I'm getting rid of. And the collectible orbs, which were the ships, I think I'm going to leave them as collectible orbs, at least most of them. Because when I'm making there's another one that just spawned in. Another YT 2400 Outrider. Okay, they do despawn after a certain length of time, but still, it's messed up. Yeah, so now we got the ghost now. And now we have another, so I don't want that. So just letting you know that the next update's going to have some major changes, some things that don't exist anymore that exist in the original, the first update, the first beta 1.0. So when we get to beta 1.1, it's going to be different. Okay? All right. Well, thanks for listening. And I'll have a follow-up video with some things that are going to be added. So here's a video of things I'm showing you and letting you know ahead of time it's going to be taken away, but I'll have a video of things that are going to be added. So, later on. So, until next time, remember to keep on modding, keep on messing, and keep on building. See, technically, I think that's how we would build a Coruscant building. Simple as that, with the mods we already have and the toys we already have, so I don't need those extra buildings. If it doesn't look exactly, then I don't care. It is what it is. This is what it's going to be. And actually, you can do similar things with this right now as it stands in the current without mods, using replayers and trigger areas. You're just going to have to figure out which toys will merge and which ones won't. So, ba 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 ba.